Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be studying here is about the endocrine glands. Now, endocrine glands, it is a network of glands. What is it? It is a network of glands in our body that are responsible for the production of various hormones that will help to perform various functions in our body. Now, let's start with this, that what is endocrine gland? It is a gland that secretes their respective substances directly into the bloodstream rather than through a duct. So these endocrine glands, they belong to the body's control system and they produce hormones that help to regulate the functions of the cells and the tissues. Now, there are some glands that are very specific to the males as well as to the females. So in case of males, there is a testes, and in case of females, there are ovaries. So these glands, they are very specific. So suppose the endocrine gland is not healthy, and there might be some problems which has been developing, which may be during the puberty, getting pregnant, or managing stress. You might also gain weight, easily have weak bones, or lack energy because of too much sugar in your body, instead of moving into your cells where the energy is being needed. So these glands or endocrine glands, they are an organ that makes and puts out the hormone to do a specific job in our body. So there are endocrine gland as well as the exocrine glands, but we will not be giving in detail about the exocrine glands. Our main focus is about the endocrine glands only. Now, these are some of the endocrine glands. Now, what are these? First is the hypothalamus. Second is the puberty gland. Third is the pineal gland. Fourth is the thyroid gland. Fifth is the parathyroid gland. Sixth is the pancreas. Seventh is the adrenal gland, and eighth are the gonads. So these are some of the endocrine glands. Now, as you can see in this figure, there is a representation of various glands which we have been discussed in the previous slide as well. So there is a puberty gland, which is the part of the brain. Then the pineal gland, which is also part of the brain. Thyroid gland, which is being situated almost in the neck region. Then comes the thymus gland, the pancreas. There are adrenal glands which are present on the kidneys. Then testes, which is present in the males, and the ovaries, which are present in the females. So this was about the glands. Now we will be discussing each of these glands in detail. So first we will be discussing the hypothalamus gland. So what is the hypothalamus gland? It is a gland which is the part of the brain, and it consists of neurosecretory cells. This organ connects your endocrine system with your nervous system. And what is the main job of this hypothalamus gland? The main job is to tell your puberty gland to start or stop making the hormones. So they secrete various hormones like gonadotropin releasing hormone, growth hormone. So they release various hormones, and the main job is they act on puberty gland to stimulate the other glands. So this was about the hypothalamus. Next come the puberty gland. So this is your endocrine system master gland. It uses information it gets from your brain and to tell other glands in your body to what to do. So this is the master gland. It makes many important hormones. Now what are these important hormones? These are, first of all, I will talk about is the prolactin. So what is a prolactin? Prolactin is the hormone which helps in the breastfeeding. The moms make the milk, and there is an antidiuretic hormone which controls the blood pressure and help control body water balance through its effect on the kidney. Now there are various hormones that plays a main role. For example, TCH, that is a thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulates the production and secretion of thyroid hormones. Oxy Oxytocin. Now what this do? It helps in the milk ejection during the breastfeeding. And luteinizing hormone, which manages the estrogen in the woman and the testosterone in the men. So this was about the puberty gland. Now comes the pineal gland. It makes a chemical which is called as the melatonin that helps your body get ready to go to sleep. So this hormone regulates the wake up and the sleep clock and helps in the immunity. So in the simple terms, we can say that it maintains the sleep cycle. So this is the pineal gland, which is located in the brain. So in the figure in which I have shown you in the previous slide as well, the pineal gland was shown as the part of the brain itself. So it is located in the brain. Next comes is the thyroid gland. So what this gland do? So this gland makes thyroid hormone. What it does, it maintains the it controls your growth and metabolism. So if this gland doesn't make enough of the hormone, then there may be two conditions. So if the hormone is not releasing properly, there may be two conditions. That is, first is the hypothyroidism and the second is the hyperthyroidism. What are these terms? So in hypothyroidism, the hypo, which means the person will gain weight, and in the case of hyperthyroidism, the person will lose weight. So, and it's the iodine which is the vital for thyroxine synthesis. If that iodine is not proper in our body, in not proper quantity in our body, then it may leads to the a disease called as the goiter. Now there is a parathyroid gland. So it is a butterfly shaped paired gland. This is a set of 4 small glands which is behind your thyroid gland, and they play a main role in the bone health. So what they do is they play a main role in the bone health, and this gland controls your levels of calcium and phosphorus. So the calcium and phosphorus levels are being maintained through this gland only, and the hormone released by this gland is called as the para parathyroid hormone, which regulates calcium and phosphorus levels in the bone. Next comes is the pancreas. So this organ is part of your both digestive system as well as the endocrine system. What this hormone does? So this hormone makes the digestive enzyme that breaks down the food. It also makes the insulin hormone and glucagon hormone. So it it makes two hormones. And what are these two hormones? The insulin and glucagon. So these are represented here. And these ensure that you have the right amount of sugar in your bloodstream and in your cells. And other hormones secreted by this are the pancreatic polypeptide and the somatostatin. So these are the hormones. So the pancreas, they are both endocrine as well as the exocrine gland. Now comes the adrenal gland. So best known for the making the fight or the flight. So this hormone is best known as the fight or the flight. So this hormone is also called as the hormone adrenaline is also called as the epinephrine. What is called as the? So there is a adrenaline which is called as the epinephrine. So these glands also make hormones which are known as the corticosteroids. So these hormones make the corticosteroids, and what does this hormone do? They affect your metabolism, heart rate, oxygen intake, blood flow, and sexual function, among the other things. So the main function of this gland is the functions that I have told you. Now comes the gonads. Now they are the reproductive glands which is present both in the male and the female. Now I have shown you the figure in which there was a testes, which I told you that it is present in the males, and there was a ovary which I told you that was in the females. So there are male gonads which consist of a pair of testes, and the testes, they make the hormone which is known as the testosterone, and it helps them grow facial and body hair at the time of the puberty. It also tells the penis to grow larger, as they play a main role in making the sperms. The next, the female gonads consist of the ovaries. So in women, these organs make estrogen and the progesterone. So these hormones help develop breast at puberty and regulate the menstrual cycle and supports the pregnancy. Now they secrete the two hormones that I have told you, estrogen and the progesterone. So both these regulate the secondary sexual characteristics in the female. Now, what are the functions? We have studied almost every part of the endocrine gland. Now, what are the functions of this endocrine gland? So, the hormones that are released into the bloodstream by the endocrine gland, they allow the hormones to flow to the cells throughout the body. So, the hormones, they control your moods, growth and development, metabolism, organ and reproduction. And the amount of each hormone released is controlled by the endocrine system. So this was all about the functions of the endocrine glands. These are some of the references. Thank you.